Hello everyone, how are you today? Sorry I'm late today because I just came back home from outside and there was a big traffic jam right now. So I wasn't able to make it on time. So sorry about the delay, but I hope you're having a great day today. So yeah, so today I was outside almost all day and I just screen chart once today, but I'm kind of away from the charts. So this is my second time screening the chart today with you together. So let's see what's happening right now. Okay, so yeah, I do see many people joining also. So once again, good to see you everyone. Thank you for joining and thank you for waiting in my appearance. So yeah, let me switch the screen and start to see some other charts now. So as usual, before we screen, just a quick disclaimer. This content is all based on my own experience, knowledge. So when you take trades, please do with your risk management. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that will be great. Yeah, so, and yeah, thank you for joining everyone. I hope you're having making some nice pips today. Looks like markets are very active today. So let's see what's happening by Ichimoku right now. So yeah, let me switch to trading view. Okay, and let's see. So this is Bitcoin. I was just watching in 4-hour chart. It's just going up right now. It's above Kijun Sen. So I think this is uptrending on the Bitcoin. But I don't trade Bitcoin and I don't give any advice, but this is just for my preference. But yeah, let's see. So now let me switch to Forex. And I have been seeing that the AUD pairs are going up. So let me see. So what I usually do when I screen charts first, before I start to look at the pairs, I also look at these strength chart. So let me check the currency strengths as of now. Okay, so looks like okay, USD is going up, pound is also bullish, and JPY is bearish, and Swiss franc is also bearish. Okay, and this might be due to news, so let me move on to the news website. And let's see. So right now, there was news in the US, CPI at 8:30. So looks like it was the same, actually, the same result as previous. Let me double check by refreshing the page. Okay, so that was positive. Yeah, positive, better than consensus, better than previous on CPI, ex-food energy in the US. So that leads the US to be bullish now. And also we have news in UK. So pound can be affected at 5 p.m. UTC. But because of this news in the US right now, USD is going up, and as a real result, JPY is going down. And I think gold is also going down. Let me check. Because if usually if I see USD is bullish, then gold goes bearish. So oh, looks like it's not really going down as much as I thought. Just going up still. This is on a bullish end wave. Let me check 1 hour. Okay, so there was a big doji candle, and it's actually including all the previous candles. So this is inside bar. So it has been outside. It has been becoming an outside bar for the last, yeah, many candles. So in this case, I prefer to wait for the break of the upper level of around 1837.52 to look for buy. Otherwise, it could be in a range still, or could be bearish. So yeah, now I wait for the breakout for gold to buy. But let's see, besides that, let me check some Forex pairs. Let me check some USD pairs. So Euro USD is going down. Euro USD broke the support and it turning bearish right now. Yeah, so after this big spike last week due to the US news rate decision, afterwards it has been ranging, and after the CPI, ex-food and energy, the market is going down. So this is a bit tricky market to be in. Let me check the daily situation. Yeah, so daily chart is also a bit bearish. So as a result, after the resistance at 1.1481 level, now it's going backwards. So looks like the market is going down to the daily Kijun Sen at around 1.13 level, and it could continue to retrace to that level. So I think sell will be a right call right now. In the daily chart, the market is within the Kumo. So, basically it's kind of retracing back to Kijun Sen. And if you look at the 1 hour, it just broke the Kumo and support, and now it's going down. So I think the market potentially goes bearish from here, down 80 pips or so. And that gives us enough room to trade. So that is my expectation on Euro USD. So let me check some other USD pairs. So let's see, USDJPY. I think it must be flying up right now. Let me check. In 1 hour, yeah, it has been bullish so much. And let's see if this is near resistance or support. So let me check daily. And okay, in the daily chart, yes, it broke the P wave bullish. Great. But now it's reaching to the previous resistance level from 4th of January, which is 116.32. So from here, it could retrace. So I will delete the arrow right now, and I will delete this trend line because it already broke. So yeah, just to be safer, I prefer to wait for the breakout and look for the buy chance. If you look at the 1 hour, yes, it is bullish, but to me, this Kumo shape is a bit too thin. If you can see this Kumo shape, this is a bit too thin. So I expect the market will trace backwards to Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. And as it goes down, Kumo Senko Span B remains flat, and Senko Span A might keep going upwards this way, and that gives us a thicker and longer Kumo. And from there, I look for the buy chance. So, and how far the market retrace could be on either 1 hour Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, in my opinion, or one of the Fibonacci levels. But yeah, I expect the market reverse. So in this case, I hold. I prefer to hold in this case. Usually I used to jump in this kind of situation when I was a newbie, and I lost so much money by jumping into this, overheated market. So now I learned to stop and hold. So that is USDJPY. Yeah, and looking at the daily time frame, the Kumo Senko Span A is pointing up, and Kijun-sen is up, but Kijun-sen is flat, and the Tenkan-sen is bullish, and Chikou Span has been overlapping the previous candles. So yeah, this also, if you look at the daily Chikou Span, this also leads me not to buy right now because we have to wait for the clear Chikou Span breakout. If it doesn't break, then as a Chikou Span nature also, sometimes Chikou Span keeps tracing the previous candles. So if it keeps tracing, then the market should go down from tomorrow. So yeah, let's just wait for the breakout and be able to buy afterwards. There was a inverse head and shoulders, a neckline break, but it may retrace back to the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders, which is also at this level, 115.68. It might reverse to that level, and then goes up this way too. But yeah, at this moment, we can't tell which way it's going, so I prefer to stay away. So let's check some other USD pairs. So what about USDCAD? Okay, USDCAD doesn't have any much move right now. It's been ranging within the Kumo, and there are many small candles in the daily. So simply I prefer to stay away. And let's see. USD Swiss franc also is bullish, I think, because USD is currently bullish and Swiss franc is bearish. Let me check. Yeah, so right now it has been bullish, but Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat in the daily. So in the daily time frame, technically this is ranging. So although we see bullish today, it might retrace backwards anytime soon. So in this case, I look at the forward chart. Oh, but I just noticed that I like this previous dojis break. So for the last 3 days, 9th and 8th and also 7th of February, we had the dojis on the daily time frame. So I think this breakout can be a sign for the continuous uptrend in terms of price action. So yeah, I don't mind looking for the buy chance on USD Swiss franc, and it could retrace, it could go up to the resistance near 0.9337 is my expectation. So now let me delete these arrows and I will adjust the arrow to like this. So this is my expectation. The market goes up to the previous 3 weeks above here. And so let's see. Let me check the 1 hour situation. Okay, 1 hour is bullish, but this Kumo is way too thin. Way too thin to be trustable. So in this case, I hold. It might retrace backwards. It might retrace back to the previous resistance level around 0.9262. It might retrace back and bounce and it goes up, or it could retrace back to one of these Fibonacci levels, 23.6 or 38.2 or 50 or 61.8%. And in this case, potentially it could retrace back to 50 level, because 50 level is the previous resistance. So yeah, I expect this scenario to happen. But yeah, right now I prefer to hold in this case because Kumo is too thin in 1 hour. So every time you check the markets by Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, then you better focus on the Kumo thickness. Especially if there's a big news in the market. Usually when you see spikes in the market, you see the very thin Kumo, and that's a sign of the reversal potentially. So this is when I pause and hold and stay away. So let me check Pound USD. Okay, Pound USD in 1 hour is also bearish after the news, but looks like the market has been held at the previous support 1.3526. But before going into details, let me check the daily situation. Okay, in the daily time frame, it's still range. And I don't like this market because there are too many wicks up and downwards for the last 4 days. And it shows that this is a very tricky market. So yeah, I think this is a bit difficult to be in. But let me check in the 1 hour. So once again, in 1 hour, the market is all the way down to the previous support. So if you want to sell, you have to wait for the support line breakout, 1.3526. Yeah, so that is my view. So you can put the alert below the previous support, and once it triggers, you can come back and look for the sell chance. But even if you sell, in this case, I just noticed that there are a couple of supports here in the past. So it may be bounced on one of these supports. So especially this one is important, especially the support on over here. 1.3507 is important because after this support, it broke the previous high. But this support over here, the most recent support here, didn't break the resistance. So in that sense, the first support was not really significant. But the second support was more important. So I will draw the support level 1.3507. So once the market breaks the most recent support, then it could go down to that level. And in terms of room, let's see how many pips we have. This is only 18. If I include the wick, this is only like 16 or 15 pips of room. So I think this is a bit too tight to be in the trade. So even if this is a support level breakout, in this case, I prefer to stay away. Or I could hold in the longer term. After the break even, I simply keep holding. And once the market bounces on this support level and goes up, then simply I will exit with the break even. But yeah, we'll see. So that's pound USD. So let me check some other USD pairs. So how about AUD USD? Okay, so here is AUD USD. And let me check the daily first. So in the daily time frame, the market is still ranging. And because Kumo flat, Senko span A retracing backwards, and Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So in terms of daily time frame, we don't see any trends. No trends. And let's see. In 1 hour, after the news, the market was sold and it broke the previous support. And it's going down to Kumo now. So yeah, in this case, I prefer to wait for the Kumo breakout and look for the sell chance afterwards. Right now, we can't tell which way it's going. It might be supported here. It might be supported by the Kumo and goes up. So yeah, in this case, we can't really tell. Yeah, looks like the news affected the market against a major direction on AUD. So simply in this case, I prefer to stay away. Let me check AUDJPY. JPY is currently going down. So AUDJPY should going up right now. So let me check. AUDJPY daily time frame. Yeah, daily chart showing it's bullish and looks like it is breaking the P wave bullish now. Let me adjust. Let me include a wick also. And I can say that the market is at the resistance of the P wave. So after the news, this is going up right now. But yeah, looks like this is still within the P wave. And let's see. Let me check the 1 hour. Okay. In 1 hour, it has been bullish still. And I think one of the significance in this case is that the market has been supported by this Kijun Sen previously. So, 1 hour ago, the market was also supported by the Kijun Sen. So I think Kijun Sen, the market has been respecting on this Kijun Sen. So still, this is bullish. It's bullish. Kumo is up. After the Kumo twist here, the Kumo has been up and long. So this is showing the stable uptrend in 1 hour time frame. And also, Tenkan Sen is currently bullish and Chikou span above candles. So it might retrace back to Tenkan Sen, but it can bounce and continuously goes up in this direction. And especially after this P wave break, in the daily time frame, I think the market will go up higher. So I think buy would be a right call on AUDJPY. So that's the AUDJPY analysis. Let me just delete these flags because these are from yesterday. Okay, I think I covered all the USD pairs. So let me come back to some comments. and check further what's happening in the markets right now. So once again, thank you for joining, everyone. And sorry I'm late today because I was outside and I caught on the traffic and I wasn't able to make it on time. So yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you. I see, let's see, Zunzun says, hi Kay, in price action, show trending, but Kijun-sen flat, do you look for entry when price touches Kijun-sen? Do you think about this strategy? Yeah, if you see the Kijun-sen touch and support by the Kijun-sen, then you can trade also. Yes, like in this case, in 1 hour, we have this Kijun-sen bounce twice. We have this Kijun-sen bounce twice. So you can buy right now and expect the market breaks bullish, and you can put the stop loss on the Kijun-sen. That is possible. In terms of price action, this is also bullish in the wave. So yeah, you can expect this bullish in the wave continuation from the previous charts. So yeah, what I see market is that I always look for which line the market is respecting and which line the market is not really respecting, because so that we can see patterns in the market and we can trade by these patterns in the past. And once the pattern has been broken, has been violated in the future, then that's simply when you exit. So if you simply use one time frame and only Kijun-sen or Tenkan-sen bounce strategies, then yeah, in this case, stop loss should be below Kijun-sen. And once the market breaks Kijun-sen, then you better exit. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you. Let's see. Milo says, hello, Mr. K. I remember you saying that the big moves in the market happen every month. Is there any estimate of which week of days it usually happens? Not really. Not really. We never know when the big move happens in the market every month. So simply we have to keep trading in a trending market and capture these big moves. But until it happens, we never know when it happens. So at least that is my mindset. And I don't really try to forecast. I don't really try to, you know, not the forecast, but I don't really try to predict the future. And we're not here to predict the future. So simply, you keep trading on the trending markets. And when the market reverses, simply you exit with a very small loss. But if you keep trading on the trending markets every time, then on the few trades in the month, the market goes up, breaks the resistance, and continue to go up in a long time. And basically, that's all I'm waiting for. So the other trades, like small pips of losses and wins, like 10 pips or 20 pips or 30 pips of small wins and losses, I don't really care. I always look for these big waves in the market to capture. But in terms of when it happens in the month, I'm not really sure. But one thing I know is it happens for sure. At least on my watch list, on these 21 pairs on my watch list, it happens once or twice per month. Like more than 100 pips of move, it happens. All right, let's see. Menandro says, good evening. Can you check GJ? Thanks. All right, let me check around JPY. In the daily time frame, oh, it has been a bullish move also. This is going up so nicely. So now Senko span A is moving up. But Kijun-sen is now bearish. And Chikou span still touching. So the market may be resisted at here at the previous resistance 157.73 and 10 bearish. And let me check the 4-hour chart. Okay, let me wait until the chart leaves the Kumo. Okay, so now in the 4-hour chart, this is now bullish nicely. Yep, the market renews higher, and this is now bullish. Kumo is also bullish. Senko span B is up, and Senko span A is also up. And Kijun Sen is bullish, Tenkan Sen is bullish, and Chikou span above candles. And there was a nice Chikou span bounce by the previous candle, so it shows a continuous uptrend. So yeah, the market can reach to the previous resistance, and once it breaks, it goes up to the next resistance level, 158.25. So yeah, GJ is bullish, so I think this is a good time to look for the buy chance. Yeah, another good one. Let me mark this one. Yeah, so let me see. Albert says, I have buy position on AUDJPY, USDJPY, and Pound JPY. Okay, all the JPY pairs you're holding a position. So make sure you have to risk 2% of the whole entire markets. That's my suggestion. If you take more than 2%, then in my opinion, that's a bit too risky. So yeah, make sure, and also make sure you put the stop losses. So due to the news, right now, JPY has been going down. So I think all the JPY pairs are going up. So in this case, I think you better to stay away, especially Pound JPY is going up right now in the forward chart. So I'm not sure were you thinking to exit or where your stop loss is. But yeah, this is against the major direction. So I will cut the loss immediately if you're selling any JPY pairs. Let me check USDJPY. We already checked it. It's going up in the forward chart also, but near resistance. But let me check, let's see. AUDJPY. Okay, yeah, AUDJPY is also going up in the forward chart as well. Kumo is up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou span above candles, breaking the P wave. So this is nicely bullish trend. So yeah, I will never enter the trade in this case. Let's see the other JPY pair. How about EURUSD? EURUSD is also bullish, but yeah, for the last 8 hours or so, this is a bit ranging after the breakout of the resistance. And right now, Senko span B is up, but Senko span A is flat, and Kijun Sen is also flat. So in this case, the market may retrace back to Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen. So I prefer to stay away from EURUSD. But USDJPY looks very good, but it's near the resistance, so it might reverse. And AUDJPY is going up still, nicely bullish continuously. So I will mark this one also. And Pound JPY is also nicely continuously bullish. Yeah. I think these are some good markets to trade. Looks like markets are active. So I hope you make some nice pips today. Let me see. Anis says, hello Kay, did you trade WTI Oil in the past and did you give it up? I'm doing better in my Forex trades than my oil trades. I am considering drop oil from my watch list. I just watch oil on my watch list, but I don't really trade oil. Yeah, I don't really trade oil. I only trade Forex and gold if it's trending, but I never trade oil. Yeah, let me see what's happening on WTI right now. So WTI is now ranging in the 4 hour. After this retracement, it's now ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat in the forward chart. So it's no more bullish trend. Better to stay away. Yeah, let's see. Thank you for joining, everyone. Once again, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Okay. Othman says pound USD. So pound USD, I think I've covered it already, but let me double check. Yeah, pound USD in the daily time frame, this is still ranging. Yeah, still ranging. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So there is no direction. Yeah, so the market has been resisted by this descending trend line. So most likely it still continuously be bearish, in my opinion, from this price action and Ichimoku lines. And let me check 1 hour. Yeah, in 1 hour it has been ranging too. It has been ranging, and yeah, there is no trend. So in this case, I prefer to stay away. And you know, we have these long wicks pointing downwards twice for the last 2 hours. So this is very tricky market. There is a support. There is a support here at 1.3525 level. But since this is ranging, the market may go up and down, and we can't tell which way it's going. So simply this is range for me. Zunzun says, when you're trading, how much profit per month? In average, I have 10% return per monthly basis with my strategy. 10% return. In the month of January, because I was under COVID, I only took 3 trades, but still I earned 8% of profit. And in the month of February, I'm still not making big profits. But at least I'm not losing, and I hope to capture some nice pips in the month of February too. So in average, it's 10%. Some month can be 5%, some month can be 20%. So it really depends on the market, and really depends on how strong the trends will look like. But that is my overview of my strategy. Let's see. M says, hi K-san, can you review CADJPY? Thanks. All right, let me check. CADJPY. Starting from the daily time frame. Okay, daily time frame is still flat. Senkou span A's moving up, but B flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span touching. So this is ranging. And this is in the P wave in the weekly chart. Or monthly chart is the P wave, and so looks like the market is going up to the P wave, and once it touches there, it might reverse, is my opinion. But with that in mind, if I look at the forward chart, yeah, in the forward chart, this is bullish right now. It's bullish above Tenkan Sen, Chikou span above candle, so this is now strongly bullish. And then, let me see, in 1 hour, oh, this is also bullish too. So CADJPY got the green sign to look for the trading edge in the lower time frame. So let me check the 5-minute chart and take the Bollinger Bands and stochastics. So if you're new to my channel, my YouTube, the way I look at the charts and take trades is I use Ichimoku Kinko in higher time frames, but when it comes to looking for and capturing the trading edge, I use a 5 or 15-minute time frames. And on these lower time frames, I don't use Ichimoku, but I use other tools and indicators like Bollinger Bands or stochastics. And if you want to see the overview of my strategy, then you are always welcome to come to my website and hover over on free download and KTS Case Trading Strategy. And if you can click on this website, then you can find the page like this, or you can download my free PDF that explains my strategy overall. And also there is also a free video that explains my strategy too. So just feel free to access to this website and know about my strategy. And then if you come back to my daily live or video, then you can understand better in my strategy. But if you already know about my strategy, then this is a 5, and I look for where to buy in this case. So right now, stochastic is about dead cross, so I don't take stochastics in this case. And as for Bollinger Bands, it's still band walking, going up along with the major direction. So this is one of the good signs. And also, I see consecutive bullish in the waves. Consecutive bullish in the waves. So from here, it could bounce and goes up in this way. So this is also another good sign for this bullish market. And I have to look for one more confirmation to buy. So that will be, in this case, I simply wait for the candlestick pattern maybe. So if I see engulfing structure, or if I see a inside bar breakout or doji break, then that will be a sign to buy. Yeah, so I simply wait for the price action or additional confirmation to buy. But yeah, usually I look for 3 confirmations on this lower time frame and enter every time. All right, Mayname says, what is your most used best strategy? I want that 10% per month. So my strategy, I name myself, is called KTS, Pays Trading Strategy. And this is a strategy that I use. So I also use time cycles and price theory, but and also Ichimoku Q-Flex I use also, but these are only for the bigger picture. And in Forex, the market goes up and down every week or every day, versus stock market or index tends to move up and down every month or every week. So Forex is more active, you know, up and down every day, every week. So I don't really care so much about the bigger picture, and that's why I don't really trade by time cycles or price theory. But because I know the knowledge from the original books, I sometimes share the knowledge in this community. But in terms of my strategy, I mainly use KTS, K's trading strategy. So yeah, so that is my strategy. This is my original, and I was never taught this strategy by someone. This is purely my original strategy. Multiple time frame by Ichimoku, and get entries by the lower time frame. Look for 3 confirmations in risk management, in psychological management, break-even strategy, and how to trial with 2 different positions. This is all based on my own strategy. It's nowhere else you can find. Let's see. Ross Smith says, hi Kay, do you ever consider order blocks when analyzing charts? No, I don't really. I don't really look at the order blocks when I trade. I simply look at the charts, price actions, and Ichimoku, and my trades are purely based on the technical analysis. So I don't trade by the news either, basically. I simply trade by this technical analysis basis. Okay, let's see. Dustrada says, hi Kay, do you think we can use cross of Tenkans and Kijunsen to confirm ABC for wave? Thanks, can you tell how do you confirm yours? I don't really take Tenkans and Kijunsen cross to trade unless gold cross happens above Kumo or dead cross above below Kumo. If you see gold cross above Kumo or dead cross below Kumo, these are trustable. But if gold cross below Kumo, dead cross above Kumo, I don't trade by these signals. Okay, Com says, when the market is overbought or oversold but Ichimoku had a trend, how do you avoid it when you put a trade and then market retrace or pullback hit your stop loss? So this is also a part of my risk management, is that I look for an exit timing before the price hit the stop loss. Because after all, we can't really predict which way the market goes. For example, in this CAD/JPY, yes, the market is bullish in higher time frames. In the forward chart, in 1 hour, it's bullish as we saw earlier. In 5, it's also bullish. But for any reasons, the market can retrace backwards from here. As always, it happens. And that's why we need a stop loss, and that's why we have to look for an exit timing as soon as the market retraces backwards. So, and at least that's what I do. And so let's see, in this case, if I take Bollinger Bands and N wave confirmation to buy, then as soon as I see the market stops Bollinger Band band walk, and as I start to see bearish N wave, then that's when I exit based on the 5. But if the market goes up, continuously bullish, and for example, the market goes up on the next N wave, bullish, then I move the stop loss to break even, because this future N wave confirms that the market is going towards my direction. Otherwise, simply I will exit. And this is all about the probability, and we can't really tell what happens in the future, and that's why I continue to monitor chart until I set the break even, until I set the bullish confirmation in 5 to set the break even, and then leave charts. So yeah, this is how I manage my exit timing with a small loss or break even timing. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, my name, you're welcome. Hi says, do you think stochastic crossing 30-10-10 is efficient when on 80 and 20? Yeah, it is efficient. Above 80 dead cross, below 20 gold cross, these are very reliable. Yes. Aladdin says, hi Kay, are you sure your trades with your students? Yes, I do. Every time I take trades, I share my trades on this GTS community. So I have one GTS where I talk about and teach my strategy hands-on KTS within the 5 members in the group, and in this GTS I share my strategy one by one. Yes, I do. And in this Ichimoku community, the focus is more towards the learning Ichimoku Kinko Hyo from the original books. So if you want to learn in-depth Ichimoku knowledge, then Ichimoku community will be the one for you. But if you really want to master my strategy KTS, multiple time frames by Ichimoku, and lot size, risk management, and psychological management, then GTS will be the one. So there are 2 different communities, technically speaking. All right, hello Gabby, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Okay, so yeah, I do see many comments now, but unfortunately I have to leave and switch to the Ichimoku membership live. So yeah, I will end the live for now. But thank you so much everyone for joining this today's live stream. So yeah, basically I do the lives every day on my YouTube channel. But in case if I cannot do for some reasons, then I will upload the video in my community so that you can continue to learn these strategies. So I hope you continue to learn and consistently study and make profits over time. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right, bye for now everyone. Thank you. Mata ne.